get started here on the live stream. Wait till people get in here. These are the ones we just took out of the bleach water. Beautiful purple with white lips and a couple purple lips. Alphabet cones, Florida cones, banded tulips, lightning whelk, king's crown conch, paper figs, shark eyes, pear whelks. And these ones have been dry, ready to be put away or polished. These ones just came out of the acid dip. This one turned out great. I re-dipped this one earlier. Oh, it turned out so good. It's a $50 shell, 10.5-inch lightning whelk. It is 10 pounds probably. Thanks, Melissa. It turned out way better, didn't it? I'll show you the ones out here too that I re-dipped before we start dipping new ones. But in case people miss it or let people know, they can watch the replay later. This will automatically upload here on YouTube, so if they missed any of these, for example, see a couple more people join in. These were just in the bleach water. The people wanted to know what was all in there, so I rinsed these. They're ready to come out and dry. Beautiful, beautiful shells. Lots of alphabet cones lately. We sold a bunch too. But yeah, this one turned out great. So $50 for this. I'm surprised I still have this one. All right. Oh. And these other ones too. This one didn't turn out too bad. I re-dipped this one too. Matter of fact, we'll tip that over. But that didn't turn out too bad. Try these out a little bit. All right, let's dip the rest of these too, so I can put them away. We're gonna dip all these. Judy Ann bought all the scallops that we dipped today and all the scallops that we dipped a few weeks ago. So we're gonna dip these too. If Judy Ann comes in here, you guys better watch out. She might buy them all again. Too, we've got some rose murex in here to dip. Some kings down here, and a bunch of arcs in there. But these are the ones we re-dipped. Check out the purple with white lips here. Look how great those came out. And that quahog, I re-dipped it. Look at it. So awesome. What's up, April? So I re-dipped all these from earlier. These are the ones that I didn't like. That solution is only about 35% acid. It's just not strong enough. I mean, I can just leave it in longer, which is what I should have done on some of these. So we redid them. I mean, even the rose murex, look at how much better those turned out. Lace murex too. Quahog is one of the coolest shells I've ever found. It's incredible. Those ones are pretty good too. They really turned out good. That turned them all almost into $40 shells, and they were not in that condition before. But even the apples turned out way better. So they tell you not to dip the Florida Fighting Conchs or the olives, any of the shinier shells, even like the inside of the lightning whelks that are real shiny. But you can do a quick dip. And do a quick dip, and these ones actually weren't that quick of a dip. Because they had a lot of calcification. But you can do a quick dip without too much damage. You definitely want to go less and then let them dry and kind of look. You can always re-dip them. But you can. Carol, one of my seashell experts, she always dips hers. But now if they're in great condition, super shiny, no need to do any of that. You can just polish them too. And yes, and it just depends on, you know, whether you're using it straight. Today I used 35% solution, and like these, I probably dipped for 6 or 7 seconds actually. But if it was a stronger solution, it'd be like a 2-second dip or a 3-second. Yeah. You can find in my bio link or on mywalksinparadise.com, my Linktree. You can find Safe HCl, or you can find that in my Amazon storefront under Bob's Favorites. I'm using Acid Magic today. I probably should bring that out before we get started. We're using Acid Magic and the bug spray once again. That bug spray has been working great. Sonia's Essentials or Sonia's Bug Spray, all organic, safe. You can even use it on your pets. Use it for afterbites too. It not only works for mosquitoes, but no-see-ums. That is in my TikTok showcase. You have Acid Magic? Perfect. So this is what we're using on this live stream. And this is recycled from a previous time about, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. That's what we've been using today. All right. And I did redip this, too, just for fun. Giant True Tulip. All right, let's do the arcs. Again, this is what they kind of look like. You see kind of the white calcification on them. Not terrible, but these thicker shells are real easy to dip. You can't really do too much damage to them. Now, when you do leave shells in too long, you can pit them, little pitting holes. Not as common on these bigger ones, but it can happen. But the thinner shells, you definitely want to be careful about. Hold on. There we go. And they go. And when you see all those fumes like that, that means there's a lot of calcification coming off. Now, when we did this 100% before a few weeks back, I was only dipping for 3 to 5 seconds. Now it's up to 10 seconds. I mean, look at them. You're welcome. And I'm still, I mean, even though I'm a professional sheller, I'm still learning stuff all the time. Heck, it'll take me the rest of my life to learn the scientific names, because I won't. But that's a whole other level. It's a lot that goes into this. So many different aspects. As far as cleaning them, polishing them, dipping them in acid, finding them. You're not buying them from a wholesaler or a shrimp boat. You're actually finding them by hand on the beach, which makes them more rare. But then knowing what type of a critter made them, how they make them, their scientific names, let alone their regular names. It's a lot. Nutmegs always turn out great. I always dip the nutmegs. I always dip apple murex. Typically do lace murex unless they have really nice skin on them. And there's no reason to, but this one had some algae on it. So technically you have to get the algae off before you dip in acid. You're also supposed to remove any barnacles. So that one actually needed a little bit of a longer bleach bath. More turkey wings in the back here. These are mossy arcs. So that's how they turned out. Good stuff, man. Ribbed cardita. I always want to say a joke every time I see those, and you guys have no idea. Every single time we're live, every time I pick those up, I almost utter something funny, but you know, could get me in trouble. I get in enough trouble on TikTok. Probably wouldn't get in trouble here for saying it. All right, so we're gonna do all these kings. Pay attention to these kings. Look at how much calcification is on them. Look at how white they are. Look at this. You faintly see some stuff. Now, some of these are you know, they're not gonna get much better, but most of them will. Some are completely bleached out from the sun. There's a pear walk. All right, so that's what those look like. Even this one, okay? Watch the acid magic. It's magic. That's what they call it, acid magic. That did about 8 seconds since it's only 35% acid. 65% water. Oops. Earlier, almost when I readjusted this neck mount, I'll have to do a video on this. This thing is actually pretty cool. I almost dropped my phone into the... I mean, it didn't come off because the magnet's good, but I almost dropped it right into the acid. So try not to do that again. All right. Voila. Now, you can always do less time, let them dry. You want to let them dry all the way because when they're wet, they can look really good. Some of the ones on the live stream earlier looked really good. And then when they dried, they still had calcification on them. So you want to let them dry all the way before you decide whether or not to dip again. And, you know, since you have everything out, you might as well make sure. Now, most people probably don't dip the volume of shells that I dip, but still, I'd rather be more efficient if you're going to do it. Might as well wait, make sure it looks good. See, some of these turned out amazing. Look at that. And there was none in there remotely like that. And we have prime ones that are just amazing for sale. 808@mywalksinparadise.com is the email address. You can request my shell inventory and price list. Unless you know what you're looking for, we have sand dollars, shark's teeth, all sorts of shells, crabs, crab pieces. Actually, we sold all the crabs and all the crab tops. So we have pieces and legs and claws still. But we'll have to start finding more of those. I had never sold any tops, and then I sold them all to one person. So I've been collecting those for a while. But again, you're supposed to get the barnacles, anything off of them, use a dental pick or whatever before you dip in acid. I don't really do that because I find so many good shells that it's just a lot of work. And anymore, I'm getting to the point where I don't really pick up too many shells that need work. I try to be very selective. I'll zoom in on these after we set them all up too. So take a quick look. I was looking forward to doing this top snail. I've never done a top snail. It turned out awesome. It had calcification all over it. That looks good. Another parawalk. Oh yeah, remember that parawalk? Remember how dull that was? go back and watch on the replay how dull that one was to what it looks like now. Incredible. Last but not least. All right. Those are the kings and pair whelp. All right, now we're gonna do all these. A bunch of these scallops, anyways. Might as well do them all. Now, not all of these are calcified, but I like to dip them all because then I typically don't have to polish them. So it's just much more efficient. You can always polish these, and you can repolish your shells about every year, 6 months to a year if you want, to help bring out that color on them. I can't believe we sold all those scallops we dipped the last 2 times today to Judy. That's pretty great. She knows me too. She knows that I would have to put all those away and log them in the inventory and everything. So she knew that she'd be like, I'll buy the whole thing right now. Give me your best price. All right. So even like this sunray scallop. Again, like that one I showed you, you're technically supposed to use like a dental pick to get that off. But I kind of like that stuff on them myself. All right, let's dip them. Oh, we lost one. That one's gonna keep bubbling in there. We lost it. Man down. See it? Just like when she bought your whole bucket that time from your walk. Yeah, exactly. She knows what she's doing. Look at it. There it goes. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice base scallop. Oh yeah, it's eating the whole thing up. Another beautiful base scallop. Look at that. That's the ones that are my favorite, the brown and white. I also really love the orange rough scallops, the Senta scallops. Pretty cool. That was beautiful. Love the orange ones, obviously, if you know me. Huge fan of the orange. Sorry. Yeah, the black ones are really cool. This black and white one's really cool too. It's a rough scallop. Wow. That one. Glorious. Another nice rough scallop. So beautiful. These are most of them are colorful calico scallops, if you don't know that already. If you're watching on the replay, thank you. Make sure you check the link in our bio or at mywalksinparadise.com to find all of our platforms. We go live on 4 different platforms. This is one of the top 2 that we go live on. We have the Bob Squad chat group on Clapper too. If you want a heads up when we're going to go live and where, look at that base scallop. Incredible. You can also purchase shells directly from me by sending an email to 808@mywalksinparadise.com. You can request my shell inventory and price list. Or let me know what you're looking for. And I will be your personal shell shopper. Another nice base scallop. All right, I'm going to go a little faster. We'll look at all these when we're done. Look at that one. There's a $2 scallop right there. I love those. Those are one of my favorites. But, I mean, these were all, for the most part, pretty boring. Most of them were bland. Now they're all restored to their original beauty. Look at that one. Yeah, that German Shepherd likes it too. Most unmistakable dog bark on the planet right there. Another beautiful one. It's a lot more scallops than I thought I had in this one. So awesome. Look at that one. Oh, glorious. Hey, what's up, Candace? I just redipped a bunch of stuff. I redipped some of the stuff from earlier, too. It turned out really good. But these are all additional scallops, additional shells we didn't get to earlier. Oops. If Judy Ann is around, she's going to be like, oh my God. Oh, I know, right? Look at this one. Check this one out. There was another really cool one. I'll go over all of them. I'll zoom in on them here in a second. But Judy Ann bought all the ones we dipped in acid today earlier, and then all the ones I dipped in acid a few weeks ago. If she gets wind of all these, she might buy all of these too. So if somebody wants a whole entire scallop shipment, let me know. Make you a deal on all of these. It just means I can go pick up more when I'm out walking. That's the goal, is to get rid of a lot of these so I can pick up more on the live streams. People like it better when I pick up more. Yeah, the jar scallops are cool. I like to use the small ones for the sand and shell bottles too, like this size or a little bit smaller. These turned out so good though. Oh my God. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for sending me emails to 808@mywalksinparadise.com and requesting my shell inventory and price list, or buying shells from me so we can go out. Like Linda said the other day, you know, she knows that a lot of these platforms take half of the money from me, and she would rather buy shells because she thinks I can keep more of the money, and she's right. And you guys get shells, so it's not a bad deal. But I will say this, I do love getting the TikTok gifts. I didn't really think I would. Originally, I just thought of them as money. But I actually thoroughly enjoy seeing them. And I love making it into the top 100. I'm very competitive. And when we have made the top 5 in particular, I'm pretty pumped when I end the live stream. I'm just a little guy that's only been here a couple of years. So it's pretty cool. And we've built a great community over there in particular on TikTok. 50,500 people, mostly from our live streams. That's why I'm normally in the 99th percentile or top 100th percentile, better than every other creator on TikTok with the same size following. So I'm normally 99% or 100 in every single category. So it's pretty awesome. All right, ready to see them? Let's do it. I think my wife's home too, so we'll end this shortly after. All right, here we go. I still gotta dip a few shells too. They all turned out great, and typically don't have to really polish them, no. The scallops in particular, which makes it a lot more efficient. Look at all those rough scallops, the orange ones. So cool. There's orange colorful calicos in here too. Look at those. Those are too rough right there in the middle. Or centus. I always have a hard time with those. Some of the scallops are hard. Got the bay scallops too, beautiful. Those are my favorites, the brown and white ones. Pretty cool. And then these are the ones we already did. We redid these all from earlier. Thanks, Jules. But look at the quahog. It cleaned up so nicely. He is excited to have his mom home. He will keep yelling at her until she comes and pets him. Look at the purple with white lips too, but that is one of the coolest shells I've ever found. Here's another one, just for example. This is what they look like, typically. Yeah, I have to keep that one. Especially after I redipped it today. It's just, I mean, that's a piece of art, jewelry, whatever you want to call it. That's not just a shell. But that's why they like the purple with white lips too. They make a lot of jewelry out of those. These, I have so many cool rose murex too. I'm surprised we don't sell more of the roses. I know they're more expensive, but people spend a whole lifetime trying to find those. It is a beauty. All right, I just got these last ones to do. I love the micro one too. The micro one's cool. I got these and then a few rose murex and then I'm done. So again, it's not super vivid. I mean, it's not terrible looking. Most people would be happy with this. Same with this. It's not terrible. This one's just got a little bit of calcification in it. Again, not terrible. But acid magic. Let's see what happens. Look at that one. Look how great that turned out. So good. So good. So good. I'm interested to see this one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the orange aperture on this one too, for the inside. Here's that pear walk that was kind of dull, but I was like, people would like it. Yeah, look at it now. Now that turns a regular into a prime. There's the other one. Look at that one with the funky line. That's a lightning whelk. It opens to the left when it's facing you, so it means it's left-handed. If it opens to the right, it's right-handed. Pear whelks are right-handed. Lightning whelks are left-handed. In a rare occasion, you might find a right-handed lightning whelk, though, and if you do, it's worth a lot of money. But it's like lightning bolts. Should be the Florida State shell instead of the horse conch, honestly. That banded tulip didn't really change too much. This one got better though. And some of them are the way they are. They're bleached out. They're older. That one turned out good too. That's the Florida cone. All right, we just got a couple rosemerics to do. If I can open it. There's another baby, another micro rose. It's in really good condition. Look, it's still bobbing in there. Did you get that one out of the acid bucket? No, look, it's still dipping. It's bobbing and weaving. Here, I'll get it out for you just since you're curious. I can't believe it lasted. I thought for sure it'd be gone by now. Oh wow, look at it. It's kind of got like slime on it now. Throw that in the water. It's got a little bit of a slime to it. That was interesting. All right. In she goes. It was wild. These are gonna be awesome. This thing, again, you have to get the algae off before you dip in acid. They won't eat the algae off, which seems weird, but it doesn't. Here we go. Little micro. Oh, look at all the little spikes. I mean, that is just glorious. Just a perfect little baby rosemerics. Next to the other one. It's a little bigger than the other one. So pretty. I love these. We have about 25 for sale, 25 to 30 for sale right now. Different shapes and sizes, meaning different price ranges. They can go up to about $45. I don't know if they come in albino. If it was albino, it'd be more than that. But up to 45, 25 to $45, most of them that I have. So cool. All right, that's gonna do it. That's it. I figured I would take you guys along for a ride so you could see us finish it up and make a quicker live stream so it'll upload faster to YouTube and people can watch it back. We're less than 40 minutes. For me, that's pretty good. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'm going to be playing with shells and packing a couple shell orders. If anybody wants any shells, reach out. I'm in the middle of doing all this. You too. Much love. Many prayers to you and your family too, April. I got you. See you guys. Have a good one.